Ladies and gentlemen, this is a little special episode. I'm John Allen,
It's your boy Vic N
and this is a live stream of the Sports Fix. And we're gonna go ahead and just give you a little recap of this week in basketball.
So what you think, man? What you think about what's going on? I thought it was a pretty good game this last week. I thought the NBA had a nice little run. So what was your thoughts on the game?
Man, well, you know, I didn't expect Atlanta to even be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I didn't expect that. So that right
I
there
didn't expect the microphone to be turned that way
is still on. But I didn't expect that the you can move. Yeah. Nah. You wanted to see the Nets, you know, that was the juggernaut, the Nets and the Sixers. So everybody was expecting the Nets and the Sixers. The semifinals in the East probably was
So
the
what?
best.
I mean, what you thought it was like? They didn't live up to their. So what do you label their season as?
The Nets.
Yeah, do you label it as a bust? Because some people say to have acquired all that talent and not win a championship, that'd be something like.
Well, Miami did the same thing, and they took them 2 years to win the championship.
Well, Miami didn't have the greatest offensive juggernaut ever assembled.
But they had LeBron James in his prime.
Yeah, but they didn't have three ISO players that could score with buckets. They didn't get.
Bam. Keyword. ISO. Not team. ISO.
Well, they function as a team.
They're gonna have to function as a team. Kyrie.
Well, hold on. Let's not get it twisted here. They was functioning as a team because Kyrie. Everybody knows that's the part of making a team successful. You have to admit what you are, and Kyrie knew that he wanted to score buckets, so that's why he succeeded the point guard role to James Harden, and the rest is history.
And that was nice, but Kyrie wasn't giving you an everyday effort. He wasn't coming in and playing every game, and then the ball don't lie. So what you get in the game, that's what you get out. So he halfway made it through the season, and then he ended up getting injured. You can't win a championship like that. He wasn't playing like that with LeBron James. He was playing as many games as he could. And when he was hurt seriously, he ain't played. Then he was hurt and came and played in the finals because he was hurt the year before, seriously hurt, and they lost.
But
and
what
then he
you
came
said
back
at
and won.
different times too, because what was going on with Kyrie at that time and what's going on with Kyrie this year is two totally different situations. And one will argue that with all these things that's happening in the black community, that people will be a little bit more understanding of his efforts because some of his stuff he was just getting away, but at the same time, a lot of the stuff he was doing was
my thing with Kyrie, I understand like he be wanting to make stands and he wants to be political, but you can also be revolutionary on the court. You can also be an icon on the court, and I say that because Allen Iverson did it, and then
but Allen Iverson made no real change because that's what the whole point about this series. There is no revolution. When you are a revolutionary, what makes a true revolutionary is somebody that's been through something, and therefore you lost something. You don't lose nothing when you're doing it like that. That's a true revolutionary. A revolutionary is not just a name. Because when you think about the greats, what made Muhammad Ali an icon is the fact that he was willing to lay it all on the line for what he believed in. And what you're seeing there today, a lot of people are not willing to go to the extent of that. So they just, they'll be about something or catch on to the movement after it happens.
Basically, Kyrie, he should retire from the NBA.
I mean, if that's what he so see fits, if whatever he got, whatever conviction in his heart is moving him to that, then I think he should because in this lifetime, you only have one life, and you're not gonna live forever. So he's trying. If that's the impact that he wants to make, I mean, I think he should. He's not the only. He wouldn't be the only one that's done that before. Amar Stoudemire, he went overseas.
And I definitely think he should retire because he just played. He played with the Nets. The Nets should have won a championship this year. They didn't necessarily need James Harden, but they got Harden. So with 2 out of
no, they needed James Harden,
and that's true.
They needed him.
They needed Harden.
Yeah, they needed him.
But Harden couldn't get himself together because Kyrie wasn't dependable.
Nah, I disagree on that too. Harden couldn't get himself together because Harden is a nightlife. Anytime you this far in the season, you have a hamstring injury. That's a sign of improper condition. So that's on Harden. Harden got injured because of himself.
So you said the same stuff he was doing in Houston.
Come on, you think he went to Brooklyn and stopped? Come on. He couldn't wait to get to Brooklyn. They was already telling him, you know what I'm saying, what the spots was. That's why I say with him, it's not that he's not talented. It's just that at the end of the day, he just
you got to be focused, and that's just going from the late great Kobe Bryant. Even though he couldn't get into the clubs, he wasn't trying to go into the clubs because he could get in. And once he was eligible and old enough to get into the clubs, championship mentality, and it looks like the Phoenix Suns, they have championship mentality. It looks like they want that championship over most of the teams.
And it's crazy because the Clippers, you would think about this being the year that it is. I mean, you would think that it'd be a shoo-in for them to go and do what they need to do and get their championship, but it's like, man, they just cannot get it done, man.
Well, it is the first time they made the Western Conference Finals. That's the first time in the history of the Clippers that they made the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, what we supposed to do? Give them a pat on the back or something? I mean, that's what it sounded like you were leading up to, a pat on the back. Okay, you got there. Now you finna get swept by some babies.
That's what I'm saying. A little gentleman sweep is what it's gonna be.
Yeah, a little pat on the back, and we'll see you later.
It's nothing against Kawhi. I don't really think he wants to be there.
What?
Nah.
How could you not want to be there? And that's the team you put together. They done did everything you asked them to do. So how could he not want to be there? What I think is, at the end of the day, man, they're lacking that point guard. They thought Rondo was going to be the answer. But what they see is Rondo is past his prime, and you need a point guard that can get a bucket. If you ain't got a point guard, Reggie Jackson to be Reggie Jackson is actually playing pretty damn good. Reggie Jackson's not the problem.
Let's get on Reggie.
Reggie Jackson's not the problem.
It's these niggas in here smoking Reggie. That's all I'm saying.
They acting like they smoking.
Man, this nigga is only doing that because he's on a contract year. He's on a contract year. So yeah, he's gonna perform at a high level. Has he been performing at that level?
It don't matter about it. It don't see that's what makes people great. You know what I'm saying? Even the great Kobe Bryant. In times when Kobe Bryant had bad games, it don't matter because the fourth quarter you turn the switch on. It don't matter what Reggie Jackson did all year because the NBA, that's what it matters, the playoffs. Because that's when it matters. Because when the game on the line and you show up, you're gonna be in line for a payday, man. And the nigga ain't talking about nothing about well you did this and you did that. Cause the NBA the NBA is like some of these females out here.
What have you done?
What have you done for me lately? And if you done put me on, you done made me feel good, then I'm gonna bless you and not stress you, man. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. They coming on in, man. Yeah, they coming on in. So shit, that's why Reggie Jackson, he playing himself to another contract because the brother has been balling out. Do I feel like Reggie Jackson is a Wayne Dillon at times? Yes, he's a Wayne Dillon. Because he got all that talent and don't live up to the bill, man. He out there, I mean, I be wanting to drug test the nigga sometimes. You need to come off this court and come over here and piss in this shit, man. Because I know you on that good, man. Because you out there, and you with all that talent and you're not taking it serious, man. So that's my problem with Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, I've been a fan of him since Boston College in the ACC. and I was hoping that he would flourish. But as he grew, he would do just enough to stay in the NBA. So I like him. Like I said, I'm a fan of him. But every third year, every second year, he has a really good season to get a contract, and then he goes back to being Reggie
Well, I
Jackson.
mean, I think when you playing for the Detroit Wayne Pistons, man, I mean, ain't no hope over there. So I understand. It's just like Devin Booker. They wonder why Devin Booker's ready for this moment. Because Phoenix has been Wayne Dennis for the last 3, 4, 5, 20 years.
Yeah.
So he got to get up there and get a free check, get himself together, get ready for this moment, man. Because when you ain't got nothing for it to look to but that ping pong ball, and I'm talking about the lottery pick, you in the top contention and you grabbing the top picks, it's only a matter of time before you be good because unlike everybody else, Phoenix didn't wage the house to go get a superstar. They let that young talent. They let that young talent get better, and that's what they see. Yeah,
Aiden,
yeah.
Cam Johnson. You know what I'm saying? You make the right free agent moves. Chris Paul.
Got a new coach.
Jay Crowder. You get a new coach.
Yeah. You get rid of all the Wayne Gunners because you got to get rid of all this, everything, everybody in the system that's a loser. You got to go, man. You can't let. I can't no Wayne Gunners stay on because that's what Brazil gonna bring.
The Clippers need to figure out who's gonna stay on the ship and who's not.
What is that gonna help? Because I mean they done changed shit 3 times.
I'm saying, bro,
I think it's the whole franchise, man. They need to move, man.
The West is wild and it's changing. Billups has just got he has just received the job in Portland for the head coach. So I feel like he's gonna make them better.
I don't feel like he's gonna make them better because Chauncey Billups, what's his name? My boss say he got a problem with that, man.
Oh really?
Yeah, let us say he ain't feeling that, man.
So he had his hopes on someone else being the coach.
He wanted Jason Kidd.
He wanted Kidd with experience, right? Somebody who has coaching experience.
But and our friend Chauncey Billups has coaching experience as well.
No, we're talking about head coaching experience.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if you hang your hat on that head coach, he was a Wayne Denner. Yeah, he was a Wayne Denner because he was at Milwaukee. He was at Milwaukee. Come on, man. Let's go back and talk about it.
And who molded the Greek Freak?
Himself.
Jason Kidd.
What is the mold? You run and go to the rim. You ain't doing it. I'm like James Harden at this point. You ain't did nothing spectacular. What you doing, anybody can do.
And then,
come on, man.
So he gets no credit for Jabari.
Bro, did you not see the way this man was getting rocked in? The man KD was working this man. What is you talking about? What is you talking about? We talking about a man that was supposed to be the defensive player of the year candidate.
I ain't voting that.
Well, I'm just saying, your peers did. They voted the man a potential NBA defensive player of the year. Oh, Wayne Denner and KD, the best player in the game. That man put the ball on the floor and went to work and put the man all in the blender. The man couldn't hold the man, and the man, it was so bad that the man, like, he was cross-eyed. He had glaucoma or something, the way he was crossing him. He going this way, that way. Man, can you play any defense? Come on, man. KD ain't got no ball handlers like that, man. But that man had Kawhi. That man had Giannis looking like a real Wayne Denner.
And that is true. KD trying to be the best player in the world. Giannis isn't.
Man, listen, man. KD ain't the best player in the world. He's trying to be, but I mean, as long as LeBron James is in the game, it ain't gonna be KD.
And that's what I'm saying. LeBron has to come back healthy.
Man, that man at the house chilling, man. That man that got $1 million rub. That man is good, man.
LeBron has to come back healthy.
Brother, have you ever been in a situation where you hurt yourself? Well, if you haven't been, you say you have. If you haven't been, when you hurt yourself, there's such thing as called you rest yourself. See, right now, that man sitting at home on the couch eating them zoos and wham-whams. He eating probably $1 million, you know what I'm saying, $1 million buffet. He got the right stuff to infuse the protein in his muscles. He got all that. LeBron James will be all right by the time season starts. He'll be more than all right because he didn't go into postseason deep.
So none of these coaching changes, Jason Kidd going to the Mavericks or Chauncey
What is that gonna
going,
change?
that's not going to help anything. That's
What
going to
is,
make
what
it
is it?
worse.
What is it gonna change? It's gonna be the same thing. At the end of the day, coaches, yeah, it's cool, but let's just be real. I could have. Let's just take the legendary Boston Celtics when they had their big three. I mean, at the end of the day, if you put me as the head coach, I would have won a championship too. And then you put me in the Hall of Fame. So that's why I don't. I know. I'm not feeling that.
And I got you on that. So who you got? Because I in the Bucks and the Hawks are tied up. So you got the Hawks surprising, beating the Bucks, or you got
Man, it's been a good run for Atlanta, man. But I got to go. I got to go with the Bucks, man. And it ain't even that. It's not even
no
that.
more lemon pepper Louis.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, the Hawks is. I mean, the Bucks know what time it is. They played with them a little bit, but now it's over.
Now it's time to Tampa.
Now it's time to come on in, man.
Yes, sir. So if you have the Suns in the finals and the Bucks in the finals, who you taking?
Man, realistically, I think Giannis gonna win the title. Because I think realistically, they're gonna beat the Bucks. Because Drew Holiday can guard Chris Paul. Chris Paul ain't no shifty guy like this. So Drew Paul, he's not gonna give him problems like Kyrie.
It's gonna be more of a vacation because he's been chasing around Trae Young.
Exactly. So now I got somebody that ain't he run pick and roll shit. It's gonna be a little different. I mean, I think it'll be a good series, but I think
the main matchup is gonna be Aiden and Giannis. You know, because you're gonna have to put Aiden on Giannis.
Why would he do that?
Because they don't have no big man who can hold Giannis.
Well, the thing about it is they have a big man. So what you gonna do about that? Who gonna hold Milwaukee other big man?
Man, Brook Lopez barely does anything.
Giannis is a small forward, brother. Giannis is power forward. So that means he playing that 3-point line. So that means whoever they power forward is better get ready for a long night.
Man.
Cause man, you finna get worked up. You finna get worked, man. You finna get worked.
And that's true. They're gonna have to figure out how to guard him by putting bridges on him. I don't think Cam Johnson can hold Giannis. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Cam Johnson fan. I like this guy. He's a North Carolina Tar Heel. I'm a big fan of him. But when it comes down to being honest, he cannot hold Giannis for 4 quarters.
I mean, can't nobody hold him. But that's what I'm saying. When it comes to when you hold Giannis, it's already out there. The Phoenix Suns, they put the blueprint down. I don't know if you watched them when they beat the Lakers. When they beat the Lakers, you build a wall. On Giannis, you build up a wall because he can't run through all fours. You build a wall.
And that's true. It's going to come down to coaching. Is Monty Williams going to be the better coach, or is Budenholzer going to be the better coach?
Man, we all know Budenholzer is the one in there. Come on, every time you go, that's why I say I'm really tired. That's why I'm not mad, you know what I'm saying, and hard or nothing like this, but I'm so tired of people getting put in situations to win. Well, you know what I'm saying, they go like Steve Nash, you go to the Suns. When you got, people that have put in and paid their dues to get in this position, and then you give it to a Wayne Denham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I ain't feeling it.
Yeah, nah, well, I definitely, just for Monty Williams, his story, he lost his wife a few years back, and, like to come back, be a coach, the Suns, to win a championship with the Phoenix Suns.
So what is you saying? Is you going with the Suns to win a championship or what?
Man, now, I'm not going to lie. I got to roll with Giannis myself.
Oh, okay, because I'm telling you, man.
He a 2-time MVP.
Yeah. At this point here, man, it's no knock because Devin Booker and these guys, man, they're a hell of a talent. But
yeah,
Giannis would not be intimidated by no Chris Paul, man.
and he would have to average 50. And this is the thing.
Nah, he can average 50.
And I'm not saying he can't, but the thing is, it would have to be efficient, and he would have to basically pull a Kobe Bryant. And that's the thing about labeling this guy the next Kobe Bryant. See, when Kobe was that age, he was dominating the finals. Am I right or am I wrong?
Actually, I want to correct you on that because you got to understand something. Kobe was not dominating the finals at this time. When he went into his first title, Shaq was dominating at this time.
Hold up.
Shaq was dominating at this time.
Now, and when I say time, I'm talking about age, because isn't Booker about 23?
Yeah, but Booker's already
when Kobe was 23, he was the dominant one. That's why they traded Shaq. Yeah, Shaq won the first one, but Kobe, he was the one that was killing.
When they first came out, I think that's the year Shaq won MVP. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Shaq was the one dominating
the first year.
When they got the only reason they got rid of Shaq was because what? Why did they get rid of Shaq? Shaq dominated every year he was in LA. You can check the stats on that one. He dominated every year he was in LA. He didn't become a Wayne until he went to Boston. Because he was even dominating a little bit in Miami. But in LA, in LA, the whole time he was in LA, he dominated. Hands down. So that's what I'm saying. When he went to the squad with Paul Gasol and I think Odom was there. Rick Fox at the point. Rick Fox was gone.
Fisher
was at the point guard. He had Ariza. When he had these cats here and he was making it happen, that's when Kobe was a killer. That's when Kobe really turned into the Black Mamba, because that's when you start seeing the Jordan type shit, because the athleticism, it was still there, but he knew that he wasn't going to beat you game because they started putting up walls on Kobe. That's why you had to shoot over the top, because they got a man behind you. For those of y'all don't understand defense, they got a man in front of you checking you and a man behind you that's his shadow to make sure that if you get by him, you ain't get by both of them. So we're going to take you out.
That's how you hit Derek Fisher. And that Derek Fisher.
Oh, Robert Owen.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So we went over the finals and we went over the playoffs. Man, let's talk about this dude, Carlisle, man. Because I know you be talking about coaches don't really make an impact. Is he going to help the Indiana Pacers? Because the dude that they had, that man was trash. They should have gave you that job.
Man, I tried to get it, man.
Because that man, whoever they gave that Indiana Pacers job to, and it was, I'm going to tell you, it was a friend of a friend. So, and that's cool. If you hire me to do some of your media, and I hire you, but when it's coming to the NBA contract, you should not do that.
I mean, that's been going on, man. That's part of the system, man. That's been going on. Because if you look at a lot of these coaches, they all tied in. But what I've learned is, and it is favoritism in a way that it's people that they let in. But it's just like this here, man. You got a business. If you got a business and you can be selective in who you come in, you're gonna bring in more people that's more like what you're trying to do. So that's what you're seeing. Like and then they white, but I mean,
I just feel, and both of the guys are white, but Carlisle's a better fit. He's obviously a better.
Why is Carlisle a better fit? Why?
Number one, he's championship caliber as a player and a coach. Number two, he's been there.
Wait a minute, so you mean to tell me that he had to do a hell of a coaching job for that Dallas Mavericks team to win a championship?
No,
come on, man. The man had what's his name? Dirk, a prime Dirk. Come on, man, a prime Dirk. How you got a prime Dirk and you need some help?
Now we already know that. I feel like that's Avery Johnson's team. I feel like Avery built them up and Carlisle just took the ring. But he knows what championship experience is coming from Boston. And he's friends with Larry Bird, because Bird is the GM of the Pacers. So I feel like he's going to be good for the team just because that's his partner, good energy, and they won't underperform because the Pacers underperform this year. To me,
I mean, I don't know why they did. I mean, who do they got up now?
man,
Who do they have?
Vicarious LeVert.
Come on, that man was out half the season. That man damn near, that man crib was damn near with. Come on, man. I need you to tell me something. I need you to show me somebody that where I can see. Oh, I can see. Okay, I understand now where this nigga come from. Cause you talking about him. That man had 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
You got what's his name, Malcolm Brogdon.
Not impressed.
And then they got Sabonis.
Not impressed.
Yeah, they under there.
So what was they supposed to do?
And they ain't even make what they made the play in.
That's a good job for them.
That's horrible.
That's a good job.
In the East, the play in.
That's a good job.
That's horrible.
Man, get out of here, man.
That is
when your best player that you traded for is not playing, they score is hurt. They hurt. Then he just got back. They just have to play. So that's why I'm saying no, man.
Nah, I think they'll be a lot better. They should be a lot better with a healthy Caris LeVert. I'm a Caris LeVert fan. I want him to come to Houston.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna be real with you, man. This is, I don't know, my brother. Because it's like this here, man. It's a lot going on with this here, man.
And that's true. So they hired the white coach, and Boston hired the black coach. What you think about Boston's hire?
Well, I think I like. I don't know, man. We'll see, man. He's been on a prolific staff, so I mean, I like that they give him a chance. But we know Boston history, so I mean, we just have to see. I know if he lose some games, man, they're
he's
gonna
gone.
there,
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
Extra quick. I mean, because let's be real. This ain't the first time Boston has had a black coach. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we gonna see. Like he's been on the Nets. I think he's also was a coaching under Popovich for a while.
Yeah, he played in the Nigerian league as well.
Yeah, he's very well traveled.
But what I'm talking about is Boston has had a black coach before us back in the gap. You know what I'm saying? The great Bill Russell, I think, was one of the coaches.
Bill Russell,
KC
Jones, Doc.
Yeah.
And like you said, they
Doc
never end up staying.
Nah, because one thing about Boston is, and I even heard Larry Bird talking about this here, man, they're known for handling their business, so they're going to get what they're going to get out of you, and then we'll holler at you later. It's not personal, but it's a marathon we on.
What they say? What you said, don't take it personal?
Baby. Oh, yeah. Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Well, with the talents of Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you should get more. And they already traded Kemba, so hopefully they can, get another point guard to lead them in the East.
Man, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, you hope, but if not, they're gonna be, staying strong through it all, man. They'll be in line to get another draft pick.
So my thing is, because this is what I've been waiting to ask you all day, man. What is Ben Simmons gonna do for the Warriors?
So join them and be smart and do what Giannis should have did. Join them and they're gonna put him at the center. Ben Simmons at center. I can see it now. I'm talking about Ben Simmons at center on the Warriors. You just reconstructed the game.
Well, like you said, it'll be positionless because if they have Wiseman, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, Clay, and Steph, you got one big man basically, and then
you know what,
to handle the
bro?
ball.
That's a coach's dream. I ain't gonna even lie to you, because if I was Steve Kerr right now, I'd be sitting up like this here. I'm talking about putting this $1 million game plan together, because I know that pretty much, I know this here, bro. I'm going to have Steph Curry running around about 50 screens, because we all know what he do on them screens. I'm going to have Ben Simmons bring the ball up. I'm going to have Klay Thompson working the other side. If you want to bump and grind, because they is a snipers everywhere. And then I'm coming up with Wiseman, and we running high pick and rolls, high pick and pops. Ben, go to work, son. Draymond, go to work, Draymond. So we put everybody in the lab.
You're always gonna have a mismatch every night.
Come on, man. You got a 6'10", anything, 6'10" center, Then Draymond Chuck wagon 6'5", 6'6". You know what I'm saying? You ball him at the point, at the power forward.
And then you got Wiseman, 6'11", 7 foot.
Wiseman bumping, grinding, man. Shoot the three, spliggity, man. That's what I'm saying. It's going down. It's a beautiful experience, man. Everybody getting in over there. So that's what you gonna see. And Ben Simmons, he's so spooked out the game. You know he want to pass. He don't want you to foul him and send him to the free throw line.
That's the whole thing. He got two boys that can put up 30. Shoot, he can pass all day.
Man, I'm out here looking like the Globetrotters.
I'm trying to tell you.
I am out here looking like the Globetrotters.
They're gonna have to build their bench. You know.
For what? For what? You don't need no bench. When you got stars, you stagger time. That's what you do. Because all them boys trying to bump and grind. So you need to stagger their time. Let them youngsters you already got over there, get them playing time, because you already know you're going to be blowing out everybody. When Klay Thompson come back, come on, man, let's not forget how I used to be in the NBA. This wasn't that long ago. When they blow you out, they sitting down in the fourth quarter. So they were going to actually on a good night, they sitting down in the third quarter.
That's what I'm saying. You can do a lot of resting. You can do a lot of resting of a Steph when you have Ben Simmons, because like you say, he can play the 1, 2. He can play whatever you need him to do.
Ben Simmons is the one. Because now you can let Steph Curry do what he do. I ain't gonna lie, because Steph, you know, his ISO game is amazing as well. So he can break down, but really just to keep him like fresh and just have him running off screens. Oh my God. Oh man. Boy, you in trouble.
Yeah, the Lakers in trouble.
That's why LeBron James been recruiting Steph, please, man. Come on, Steph. Because I know if y'all get together, we got 5 more years of terror. I'm talking about 5. LeBron better call over there and recruit everybody in the NBA. Trae Young, Damian Lillard. I'm talking about you better get everybody.
Whoever he can get, because they're stacked up as far as the Warriors. They're stacked up. And they're ready, and they've been waiting to get an all-star. And now they're about to get Ben Simmons. I would do whatever I could do to get Ben Simmons. Because once they get the chemistry, like you're saying, they're going to go back to being the Warriors and blowing out people.
Oh, no doubt. That's why I say it's only a matter of time. It's just like Michael Jackson said, do you remember the time? Because that's exactly what it's going to be. A bunch of bumping and grinding, man. And a lot of people going to wish they remember the time because, man, this is they playing. But realistically, man, you ain't got that much time to play, man.
That's it. So we already talked about Ben Simmons, you know, possibly being traded in the offseason. If there was any other guy, you know, that might leave the West and go to the East, who would it be? To make an impact like
it probably has to be Damian Lillard, man. Like I think that's probably about him as the only person on the trade block, right? I mean, not trade block, but you know, obviously, man, Portland they got to look at some things.
Where would you know, put him in a Boston?
I mean, that would be a good look.
You know, put him in a Boston.
But I don't even think. I think Boston with what they're doing, they're looking for a slashing point guard because they got Horford, but they also have a selection of bigs, so they can run Horford.
And that's why I say, you know, also, you know, you got Miami. You know, I could see him and Butler and Bam. That's a decent big 3.
Him, Butler, and Bam.
Yeah, that's a decent big 3.
I mean, but will that get you over the hump?
I do not think so.
Oh, okay.
Now, if he comes to my Knicks, where their pockets are thick, he has a chance to win him a ring. Because Julius Randle's just a number 2, number 3 guy. He needs a dog with him. The Knicks will pay him the bag, and then he'll be in Madison Square Garden. You know, where he can have all these scoring titles, and he can have all these scoring records. Putting up 60 in the Garden, putting up 70 in the Garden. You know, they need somebody to battle against the Nets. The Nets got 3 killers. The Knicks don't have no killers.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, at the same time, man, it's really hard out here, man, for a pimp, man. Just being real, man, it's hard out here for a pimp. So when you coming up in this game, man, you gotta come really pretty much come correct. If not, you will be on losing end. Straight up.
What'd you say, man? You will be on the sideline.
You will be a wine dinner, my brother. So shit, that's why I say you gotta keep it cracking, man. Hey man, you know what though? I ain't gonna lie, John. Cause as we on this live stream, we finna motherfucking let these nuts hang, man. Cause we did this shit today, man. You know what I'm talking about? Cause we gonna delete this out this whole week. So it's having a little fun, man. But the sports world today it's funny as hell, man. You got a bunch of wine dinners out here. I did their contract. What you think about the background? This shit kind of clear though. Do me a favor, go to YouTube and let us know what you look like. I'm gonna go as well. Check us out, man. I know you over there pick. What you go? Okay, well, check. You gotta look at your ride when he put up. He don't never say that, but he probably been there somewhere.
I already know, man. I've been watching. You gotta watch it.
I say yeah. So what you think with that one? Or do we want to put like we can make the bet stick to 2 weeks? Yeah.
I mean, back there, ain't right
Nah,
there.
yeah, that's what I say. When you pay for this motherfucker, okay?
Nah, I see what you were saying.
Cause see, I can actually do it like that too. Where I do the house screen. Now basically we see what it is. So we can stop this and we can shoot the appreciate y'all in the stream, man.
We're gonna end this one today. I'm John Allen.
Vic the Maestro. We'll be back. We're dropping something real soon. So y'all stay tuned. You're in the mix with the sports.
Peace.